It's a great thing. We have one more comic for ya. So give it up for Zack Slaff, everybody. Are you out there? Yes, cool.
Yeah, I like going from the front, not from the behind, all right? All right. Makes me a little different from the rest of these folks. Hey, give it up for yourselves. Thank you for coming out. This was great. Thank you for supporting all these comics. Everyone was so wonderful. And now it's just me. Hey, now it's just me. Now we're in an intimate little space, all right? All right. So some comics enjoy and like to talk about conspiracy theories. It's not really my style, but I was talking to some comics recently, and the topic of the moon landing came up. And somebody said to me, hey, Zach, you know the moon landing was actually fake and was directed in 1969 by Stanley Kubrick. You know how I know that the moon landing wasn't directed by Stanley Kubrick? Because I can actually follow what the fuck is going on in the moon landing, okay? Narratively, it's pretty simple, okay? You go to the moon, you get some rocks, you go home. Whole thing's like 90 minutes. Honestly, so quick. It could be a kid's movie, it could be a Pixar movie. Not good for old Stan right there. You know, speaking of movies, people are all upset. You know, they take movies a little too seriously. They're upset because, oh, Superman is too political. Okay? Well, where were you in Lilo and Stitch when Stitch got detained by ICE and sent to prison in El Salvador? Okay? Talk about an illegal alien, Jesus. No, don't say Free Palestine, Stitch. Don't do it. He just wrote an op-ed, guys. He's just the little girl's best friend. It's okay. We got any fan of classic movies in here? Yeah, classic movies. I like classic movies. I like to bring up The Sound of Music. That's a wonderful film, a classic film, one of the best musicals of all time. But I would argue that The Sound of Music would be even better without the Nazis. Right? Because then it's just a movie about some guy who fucks his nanny, which is not only a lot more relatable, but kind of fits in what I like to type into Pornhub. Speaking of which, I was scrolling Pornhub, and and I didn't realize just how popular the old person jerking off genre was. Honestly, I was scrolling. I was just going, old person jerking off, old person jerking off, old lady jerking off, Gen X woman jerks off old man. Jesus, is this entire platform just a bunch of old people jerking each other off? And then I realized, wait a minute, I'm not on Pornhub. This is LinkedIn. No, seriously, you ever been on LinkedIn recently? It's literally just one big AI dick measuring contest. Oh, AI wrote my blog post. AI came up with my marketing strategy. I can't please my wife. Look at this book I wrote with AI. You can buy it on Amazon now. My AI dick is bigger than your AI dick, honestly. The only thing weirder looking than a real dick is an AI dick. What's the second hole for? Oh no. People are using ChatGPT. They're talking to ChatGPT about all their problems because they can't afford therapy, right? And, you know, ChatGPT, because it doesn't have a soul, you know, just regurgitates and reaffirms everything you say and tells you how amazing and right you are. And I'm just like, that's not your job, ChatGPT. That's ketamine's job, all right? ChatGPT, I'm tired of ChatGPT taking away people's jobs. I lost a friend to ketamine addiction, you know. He's not dead, he's in Portland, but that's basically the same thing. No, he got so deep in the K that he started believing he could read minds and predict the future. The only thing he couldn't tell was that I was going to stop talking to him. I think we live in this like very double down society right now. Everybody's doubling down on everything. Oh, you think I have a drug abuse problem? You're the one with the problem with me abusing drugs. Oh, you don't like my opinion on Israel-Palestine? Not only are you wrong, you're misinformed. By the way, if you're ever in an argument with somebody and they say you're misinformed, you're winning. Their back is against the wall. They got nothing, and that's when you strike, okay? All right? No, we live in this double-down society. I'm not in the Epstein files. You're in the Epstein files, okay? Speaking of which, by the way, my parents are here. Why don't we give it up for my, that has nothing to do with Epstein, okay? My parents are here, all right? All right? And we're actually going on a trip to St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And I don't know if you guys know this, talking to my parents directly, we're gonna be staying eerily close to the island, to Epstein's Island. Yeah, we are. I think we should go check it out. I think we should go figure out maybe what's going on so we can report back to everybody else and tell them what we find. Ooh, my mouth is really dry. Can I sip your water? Is there any left? Could somebody like, that's better, that's better.
That's whack, bro.
What's up?
That's whack.
What can I say? What can I say? Listen, this is the third time, all right? You're not going to get the best, okay? I didn't put as much practice into this one as I did the others. Should have brought my water up. So, you know, now the Democrats nominated Zoran Mamdani to be the Democratic nominee for mayor. And, you know, I'm a progressive guy, but I do have mixed feelings. You know, Zoran kind of reminds me a little bit of a used car salesman, but I'm kind of worried I might buy the car, you know? Like, oh my God, no down payment at signing? Free gas for a month? What? You know? And I'm Jewish too, so, you know, there are some people in my community who are worried, who are concerned. And, you know, to them, I just want to say, it's all going to be okay. You know, you're not going to get hurt. Nobody's going to come after you. I really mean this. Nobody's going to come after you. It's, you know, everything's going to be okay. If you're really that worried about it, you can always come stay with me in Jersey, okay? There's plenty of room under my floorboards. It's all right. Hoboken is safe for now, okay? Shout out to Helen Keller, by the way. You know, speaking of which, you know, in my book, Helen Keller, consummate pro, all-time great, you know? Apparently one time she was heckled during a speech. Completely unfazed. Will you believe that? Wow, will you believe that? Helen Keller at a comedy, bringing up Helen Keller at a comedy show, real original, Zach. I used to think my dog was racist, then I realized he doesn't see color. Which is exactly what a racist would say, right? All right. Now, that's just filler to get to the rest of this. Okay, so I have ADHD, right? And I don't know if people know much about ADHD. We were talking about it a little bit in the show before. But there are a few things about having ADHD. You know, for example, sports. I love basketball, right? Basketball is my favorite sport. Constant action, ball's always moving, everything's happening at a high pace, ads everywhere, right? Does anybody want to guess the worst sport for people with ADHD? Golf, of course. Some people say baseball. It's not, I don't like baseball, but it's not baseball, it's golf. Golf is the worst sport for people with ADHD, all right? It's slow, it's boring, you can barely hear what the announcers are saying. Let me give you a little demonstration. They don't even seem very interested. Let me give you a little demonstration, all right? Well, I like doing this with the wireless mic a lot. It's fun. All right, this is golf, by the way. This is golf.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah, we get it. All right. Well, 2 feet from the hole. You want another shot? It's good. Hey, I've been Zach. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Everybody was so great. I appreciate you all, and have a great night. All right.